Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Abide in your pure silence all the time. During action or without action, never leave this silence. Perform everything, trivial to the most important, abiding in this pure silence. Devotees who surrender to God, they call it remembering God all the time. And some people who cannot remember the God without the God's name, they come to the practice of japa all the time. All of them are same, remembering that absolute all the time. That absolute is our real nature. What you think, you become. What you remember, you turn into. And what you contemplate, you get all the qualities of that. Here, the one who pays attention to the silence becomes silence. Remembering God dissolves our ego into God. Taking the name of God, again, the I ego dissolves due to complete surrender. And then there are again thousands of other techniques. The bottom line is to dissolve into this awareness forever. You can use any technique, any method, but at the end, the person using the method has to disappear. Person has to become that presence. How quickly it happens and how much you understand depends on your concepts, your baggage in your mind, your clutter in the mind. If your mind is already empty, it takes no time to understand, to know, and to abide in pure self. All the time taken to abide in pure self is the time taken by mind to be empty, time taken by the mind to dissolve. The curtain has to fall. Who is abiding in self? You are always self. So this is a misnomer that self-abidance. You can say it's self-dissolving. The ego, the mind dissolves in the pure self rather than being an obstacle. So the one who is obstacle, the one which is blocking the view of the pure self, dissolves in the pure self when it pays attention to the pure self. When it looks within, it burns away in the fire of pure self. The one which we are searching as a spiritual seeker is us within. We are not counting ourselves and counting everything. We are counting mind, body, intellect, ego, word, people. But we are not counting our pure self, what we are. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi used to narrate a story so many times of 10 friends who crossed a river, and when they counted each other, they counted only 9 because all of them missed their own self. We all are doing the same mistake. We are looking externally, counting the body, mind, intellect, ego, word. And our mind is so bahyamukhi, looking externally. We are not counting ourselves. The first thing, the source. And so we are restless. We as mind are restless. Because mind cannot count us. It is a gadget. Because you have always given every task of yours to the mind to sort out. You think mind will know who you are and mind will sort it out for you. You are giving role of policeman to a thief, to the problem. Mind is the problem, and you want to sort out the problem with the mind. In this pure method of self-attention, bring all your energy, all your attention to the formless, pure witness, which is aware of everything happening around us. Look within the one who is not involved, the one which does not claim this body-mind. Watch that. Pay attention to that. Source of everything. In the utmost silence, looking within, you cannot miss your pure self. From here, everything is so clear. From here you can see the owner of this body-mind, so-called owner, the ego. From here you can watch all the techniques, tricks of the mind. From here the mind cannot trick you. This is the higher level in you. Until we recognize this, we are working at animal level, at ego level, always in the grip of the mind. But the moment you look within, you pay attention to pure awareness, and you pay attention all the time to abide in pure awareness. Which is your natural state. In no time, you regain control on everything. You come out of the clutches of the mind, and the fake ownership of the body-mind complex dissolves forever. You can call it coming back home, or self-abidance, or self-realization. But the truth is that you have given away deception, the false image of your own self, created by the mind, as if you were watching a movie and you thought you're part of that movie. You were never part of that movie. Remember, we are not part of the body-mind complex we are living in. Even this notion that it is my body is also false. Pure awareness have no ownership of any body, or it owns everybody. You are all pervading awareness. Only for a very, very short time, you are using this body-mind complex to interact, to communicate. But you can't put claim that this is your body. That claim can only be by the false ego, which is nothing but a ghost, which is a case of mistaken identity. You are not that. So you are not the body. Body does not belong to you. You are not the mind. Mind does not belong to you. You are not thoughts. Thoughts are not for you. Again, thoughts are for the ego, the mistaken identity, which puts its claim on this body-mind complex. And that ego is false. So thoughts are not for anyone. Mind, thoughts, body, all belongs to the matter, to the word, to the impermanent word, to the transitory word, the word which keeps changing all the time. Things are born and then they will be soon dead. You are not part of this world. You are pure consciousness, which is never born, never dies. You cannot combine together two different things. You are eternal. Body-mind is temporary. You are part of the God. Body-mind is part of the matter, and it will turn into ashes soon. You are the source. Body-mind is derived from that very source. It is only indirectly part of you, but not you. You can live without body-mind. Body-mind cannot live without you. Never ever get confused. Keep practicing to pay attention to the pure awareness, what is your real nature. The practice should be continuous. As Bhagavan says, like the flow of oil or a running river. Until the ego dissolves completely. Until your personality dissolves and you are unmasked. You stand naked. You stand naked in your pure awareness without any costumes. You become live wire without any insulation. The other day someone was asking how in contact with Bhagavan, even without saying a word, people used to realize their pure self and their mind disappeared. Because Bhagavan was like a live wire. Energy without any covering. Raw energy, pure energy. Anyone who had less insulation around them, less mask, less individuality, could touch that energy. You cannot give all credit to Bhagavan. You have to give credit to those devotees, those seekers. They have also given away their mask. Maybe a subtle level of ignorance was left. And coming in contact with the pure energy, Bhagavan, they got that shock, the shock which pushed them within completely, forever, or transient. To be that pure self, we don't have to do anything except paying attention to the pure attention, to the pure awareness. For some people, they don't even have to pay attention. Understanding this is more than enough. Knowing what is false and what is true. The false drops and the truth is left. With pure silence within, giving rise to unending joy and peace all the time. With contentment and complete non-doership. Action happens or not, but internally there is complete inaction. Pure awareness is never involved in any action. It cannot. It is only the source of energy. When it cannot do any action, then there is no right action or wrong action. And when there is no action, the law of karma doesn't hold true. You are beyond it. Law of karma is only for the ego. You are beyond it. The best prayer to the Absolute is to be Absolute. Pray God to be God. Pray Bhagavan to be Bhagavan. Don't go for anything less. Don't ask for anything of this material world. Otherwise, you will be a big failure. Don't touch anything from this world. Let the energy flow freely through this body-mind without any middleman, without any owner of this body, without ego. Though ego is fake, but when it leaves, all the weight of the body, of the concept dissolves, and you feel emptiness all the time, nothingness. And because that baggage is gone, baggage of wrong concepts, false concepts, you feel so light. You realize that you were always empty. You were always nothing. And because your race has stopped, your running and restless mind is now gone. You're always in your own bliss, always contented and happy. Nothing of this world can increase your happiness, and no sorrow can take away this happiness. No transaction of the world can make any changes in you. You are beyond this world. Nothing in time and space has any effect on you. You are beyond time and space. Everything in time and space comes and goes. You are beyond it. prefer silence than anything else. Prefer solitude than company. Pay attention to the pure awareness. Always stay as a witness to whatever is unfolding in the outside world or in your mind. Don't get entangled in anything. Even though you might be working or involved at the mind level, but stay as a witness to everything. As mere presence, which is impersonal. Don't expect anything from pure awareness or self-abidance. It will not give you anything. It will only take away everything. Everything what belongs to this dream world. Only thing you will get is awakening. Awakening from the illusion, from the ignorance, from this long dream. Don't look for any miracles, any occult powers, any blissful experiences. Yes, all of them can happen. Because you are touching the live wire. You are becoming the source of energy. Infinite energy. But then all these experiences will still be part of the dream world. They are the manifestations of the pure energy. So even if it happens, don't pay too much of importance on it. Miracles happened during Bhagavan's time, but he agreed or spoke about them only as passing remarks, never paying any attention to any of them. Silence is your other name. Eternal, pure silence. Silence is the language of pure awareness. Yourself. So the words and speech does not tell you about the pure self. It cannot. To speak about pure self, one has to use the speech, brain and mind. So the purest teaching can only happen in silence. Never look for next moment. Next moment, past and future are only concepts of the mind. Created by a story in the mind. You in pure awareness only knows this moment. You're always fresh and alive. You don't hold on to any images as they come and go. You only hold on to the screen substrata on which these images comes and goes. You always stay the same, ever fresh and new, unchanging. You have no story. Story belongs to the body-mind complex. Don't buy to any thought. Don't bargain your eternal pure existence to any thought. Don't get into any trap of the mind. Always abide in your pure silence. Ignore all thoughts forever. For destruction of the mind, the best medicine is ignoring the mind. Paying attention to the pure awareness. Staying as the witness to all what is happening in front of us. Without any likes or dislikes. Without judging any situation. Without being critical. If in a situation you have to comment on some likes, dislikes, or you have to judge the situation, do it in all honesty, but don't put the energy of consciousness in it. Don't become emotional about it. Don't try to take sides. Don't be a party. Always stay in your neutral care. Neutrality. Work from the intuitive power rather than mind. any thought, how important it looks, how strong it is, how much it carries the weight of feelings and emotions. Whatever it puts in front of you, don't buy it. Ignore it all the time. Abide in this emptiness. Nothing in this world can bring any happiness except rejecting all ideas and concepts. Receding into the empty space of pure awareness, abiding in yourself as a pure witness, untouched by anything. You are the purest of pure. You are eternal. You are bliss. You are self-effulgent, standing on your own support. You are nothing. You are not proud of anything. What can be you proud of in a dream? If you have won a medal in a dream and after the dream ends, would you put on Facebook that I have won a medal in the dream? Would you call your friends and give them a party? They will think, what a fool he is. Exactly the same happens when this illusion goes away. All the proud, the guilt, whatever it is, carries no meaning at all. No value of anything. To get to that knowledge, only silence can help you. No thought can help you. Pay attention to the pure silence all the time, with or without thoughts. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.